destroy my marriage. I am Bishop E.E. Hunter.
And I'm Apostle LaQuinla Hunter.
Girl, listen, we're so excited that you are tuned in today with us. I'm sitting beside this sexy lady. I'm trying to, girl, you're looking good.
Thank you.
You're looking good. I'm trying to tell you, you're looking good.
You look good too.
Always, always.
Oh, my.
Listen. We are so excited to have with us all the way from Florida.
Tampa, Florida. Which garden?
Man, Tampa, Florida. The Simmons.
Yes.
Yeah. We are so excited to have y'all with us today.
And thanks for having us here. We are really excited about being here tonight.
We're excited about having you.
So good to see you. So good. Listen, I was watching them shoes. I'm trying to tell you, honey, them things there. Whoa.
You got the
Lord
blade.
have mercy. She got that Queen Elizabeth jewelry on. Lord have mercy.
Somebody will steal a shoe and keep running.
Y'all see what I did, right? I wanted to make sure that I got, I was in there.
Match your time. Come on.
My God.
Listen, you can't hide money. You can't hide money. I don't care how hard you try. Lord have mercy. So talk to us today. What you have an awesome book out, and we appreciate the book. Listen, y'all need to get this book.
Yes.
It's gonna bless you. It's gonna bless you. Get in touch. The ABCs of a strong
Christian man.
Lord have I felt that in my spirit. Eat my shot. Yes, sir. I'm trying to tell you. Now, where can they find this book at?
They can get that book on Amazon. You can go to Amazon, get it in ebook version or in paperback. You also can go to our website, getintouchnetwork.com, and you can also go to highbridgebooks.com. Go to getintouchnetwork.com, please, folks. That's our website. That means that you're supporting us the most when you go to our website, if you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So, but also, some people just like ebooks. They like to have it on their iPad or whatever. If you like doing that as well, so you can get it at Amazon and put it on your iPad or your Droid or whatever as well.
All right, and they also have some other products here that we will explain towards later on in the show.
Yes.
Apostle!
We're getting ready to dive into this book.
Let's dive on
We're
in
excited. But the first question I want to ask is, how did you all meet? I had the privilege of reading the book. We both read the book, so I'm excited to ask some questions in our audience out there. But how did you all meet? I know that you're going on 20 years of marriage,
20 years
which is awesome.
Awesome.
I'm nervous about the answer.
You want me to tell the story?
I think I'll take this.
Okay, I'm going to let you take it.
We met at college.
Okay.
I was a freshman. Our college was Canisius College in Buffalo, New York. It was cold.
Go Grips, go Grips.
Yes,
Had a Buffalo native there.
Okay, yeah. So we met in college. I was a freshman. Like I said, he was a sophomore. A sophomore with a reputation.
Oh, well, now what kind of reputation did he have?
Well, player from the Himalayas. However, I had my own background, let's put it that way. So one day he was at the girls' dorm. In Canisius, there were two dorms. There was one that was predominantly girls and one was predominantly boys, but my dorm was predominantly girls, and my room was on the co-ed floor.
Okay.
So he could justify being there. But the ladies were on one wing and the guys were on the other wing, and in the middle was the elevator and the phone. Okay. The phone booth. And back in the day, you know, I understand. And
it's
so
hard to find a phone.
there was no cell phones at that point. So my girlfriend and I were at the phone booth, and he came out of the elevator, and I was in comfortable clothing because I was in the dorm.
Oh, she's being modest, guys. She's being modest.
Got his attention.
She's not going to tell you the full story, so let me kind of elaborate just a little bit on those comfortable clothes. So, okay, listen, Bishop.
Listen, Bishop.
Listen, it's about this much cloth on them.
Come on now.
And they're about this high. And, you know, they was comfortable. But there was some skirts. Anybody remember them skirts? Yeah. So she had these skirts on, and
she was jiggling when she jiggled.
She was working out something, Bishop. She was working out something. So, you know,
we didn't always look this way.
You know, I came through the elevator doors opened up, and then I just looked over there. Okay, I see you. I see you. And so we looked at each other, and I had one of my boys with me, and so we flirted with her and her friend, and after we flirted a little bit, we went on about our business, and then we kind of hooked up again.
Yes, we hooked up again another day at the student center. Okay. I think he had to go handle some business at the bursar's office, and I don't know why I was over there, but I was by myself. Weird.
Financial aid, y'all, you know that.
And so he asked if I wanted to walk with him to the bursar's office, and I'm ashamed to say I had a boyfriend at the time.
Oh no!
But I was intrigued
because of dark skin.
That's right.
You know, I was getting converted. The dark brothers wasn't in that time, but I was getting converted. I was intrigued, so I did follow him there.
Dark skin is always in.
Well,
Stop at the berry.
Come on.
All right.
I know this now.
I was competing with Albie Shore and them folks.
Oh my God, that was that era.
I'm sorry, we're dating ourselves.
We are dating ourselves.
All right, continue.
Well, we took that walk and we began to, just kind of share backgrounds with one another. We began to connect. I was still intrigued, but I was still committed, and so just kind of, that was the whole chase. That's when it started.
Commit to who?
We're not going to do that.
We all saved, right?
Yeah, we good. Don't do that.
All right, so I'm not going to name no names.
Be nice.
Be nice.
Be nice.
It wasn't much of a commitment, y'all. That's all I'm going to say.
Like you talking, God.
But he tell the truth, then.
I'm going to leave it right there.
So from there, you all, dated. How did you progress into getting married? And then I'm going to dive into the book a little bit, because I read when you said that your wife was short of being an atheist at that time, and you were saved. I was like, I know that was something.
Okay,
so you weren't looking for saved women?
No.
Okay.
No.
And that's good to talk about. We're going somewhere.
Now, quick question. Was you a PK?
No.
Okay.
Hold on. But I had a unique upbringing. Okay, so
unique.
I'm just gonna say unique. You understand in a second. Okay. Grandparents, Jehovah's Witnesses.
Wow.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay. Dad, Muslim.
Wow.
Hold on.
Gets better.
It's getting good.
Hold on. Mother, Catholic.
Whoa.
Okay, so I grew up going to the Kingdom Hall.
Mm-hmm.
Then my dad was on the stoop, on the porch. In the South Bronx, we kind of lived a little different. So South Bronx, so we had a little porches out in the front of the house. And so we'd be sitting out there, and my cousins and my dad be out there kicking knowledge. You know what I'm talking about. So
New York,
they out there kicking knowledge. And so I saw that on the stoop and on the porch, and then my mom would take me to Mass, which was right across the street, and Mother Mary and all those things. And I didn't see Jesus in any of them. Yeah, that's another story. That'll be in the other book.
Okay. So how did y'all progress to marriage?
Sin.
Okay. Let's talk about that. What I like is the uniqueness, because a lot of people think that people just, your story is unique because now you're together, you've grew in God, and you're writing a book. Oftentimes people think mystical things, that people just get together, they're married, and they love God. But it goes to show that even in what you would call sin or not the perfect conditions, that God still can take your marriage or who you're with and bring it into the better. And I appreciate that transparency.
Absolutely. I would say we were in college, so we progressed off. Well, the first semester we kind of took over each other's dorm rooms, and our roommates in turn left the second semester.
So hold on. Let me Jeff, you know who you are.
We're sorry, Jeff.
If you are watching, I just want to apologize. You were gracious. I know I pushed you out the room. I love you, man.
And Flo. Sorry, Flo.
So y'all like moved in together?
Well, you know, we just, yeah.
We took advantage of the
y'all-
housing arrangements.
Y'all was in there humping like two monkeys in a brown paper bag.
Yeah.
How about some rabbits?
I had a couple showers in the boys' locker room.
Yeah, we did some stuff.
Almighty.
It got so bad. It got so bad, y'all. They had a fire drill.
Oh man, we were out at.
She was in my. You were in my dorm, right?
No, you were in my dorm.
Yes.
Because Dianza came to get us.
And so we were supposed to be leaving, but we didn't leave. And so I was out in the courtyard with no clothes on.
So our relationship was kind of under, you know, the radar because he had history. You know, I would get some unique phone calls from time to time from different young ladies about him.
I got one of those like 1 week after I was
Let her tell her story. Let her tell her story. We interviewing them. Listen, we interviewing them. Continue your story, please.
I just had a flashback.
So I understand. It's serious business. I can tell you about them ladies. So the fire drill, we had a fire drill in the nighttime, you know, where everybody should have been where they were supposed to be. Not where they wasn't supposed to be. And so we kind of tried to delay because we had to get out. But the RA, you know, they have to come and make sure everybody's out the room. So at that point, when you show up and the boys' dorm is over there and your dorm is over here and everybody's outside and it's after hours and you over here but your room's over there, it's kind of clear that you wasn't where you were supposed to be.
Yeah, we was busted, y'all.
We were busted at that. We still tried to keep it under wraps. We went to the mall. Somebody saw us at the bus stop. I mean, it was just one of those things you couldn't keep it private.
Gotcha.
But ultimately, you know, we were not saved. We were not saved. We weren't living saved. And
you got some saved folks still doing that.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Oh, absolutely.
I didn't have any interest in salvation. Ironically, though, we were singing.
In the gospel choir.
In the gospel choir.
So much stuff going on in the gospel choir. I'm telling you.
It's amazing. Lord.
I'm so sorry, Jesus. We sang in that choir.
We was passionate, y'all.
Wow.
We was passionate.
And tears.
Yes, we was singing.
It was seeds planted, honestly, in my spirit.
I believe that.
Those were seeds planted in my spirit.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, they really were.
And actually, we're going to take this opportunity to give a shout out to our instructor at the time, our choir director, Mr. Champ Lamont Josie, living in Charlotte, NC right now. We love you, man. Yeah, he held us together sometimes.
And that's good that choir and that structure was there. When we were growing up, we had a choir too. In our high school, we met in high school, but that choir, we have some choir members, and you know, out here visiting with us, the Pastor Adams. We had that choir, and it really kept us grounded and rooted as much as possible, being young and those things like that. So that's interesting to hear that.
We didn't know what we was doing. God did, but God knew. God knew. You know, most of us was up there faking.
Understood. But every now and then, I'm sure the power would penetrate, and that conviction would come.
Oh yes.
You know, I know those.
There's only so many he's ables that you can go ahead and say and not really begin to that. You know, the word tells you know you're speaking life and death with your mouth. And so if you're singing the word, it's not possible for it to be void, to return void, whether you are saved or not.
So true.
It's going to penetrate, and it did many a days.
Yes. How from there, okay, you all got married. So when you got married, were you saved?
Okay, so
let's talk about that.
All right. So
what made you all say
okay? Just heathens all the way through.
For the first 2 years that we were together, we were working through some processes. And so God actually told me that she was my wife.
Understood.
You had that same epiphany.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I gotta confess, y'all. I was hoeing. And yeah, I was doing some everything. So it got to the place though when you're starting off at the master's level, and then you get to college. There's some other women that are PhDs in playology. All right, so it got to the point where I was messing with ladies that were hip to the game. And that's what they wanted. But they was just a little more elevated than I was. And then I started catching some feelings
Gotcha.
And
Messed you up.
it kind of jacked me up. I won't go into details, but I got in a situation with a young lady after we had been dating for a little while, and I used the L word. I said, you know, I think I love you. I want to get a relationship. She said, get up and put your clothes on and leave.
Yeah.
I was like, what? You don't do this to me. I'm the player up in here. But she wasn't having it.
Yeah.
And it was just through a process, Bishop, that God was taking me through, and he showed me through that process where, look, I had you in this place, and I've allowed you to go through these things for a reason and a purpose, but you need to stop cutting up.
Yeah.
And so I just made some vows and some promises to God, and I said, God, okay, you know what? If you find somebody who loves me for me, then I'll stop doing that stuff. And so less than 2 weeks later, here she come up in the dormitory.
Okay.
And the rest was history. So when we got together, we spent those first 2 years being unsaved, shacking, and
nobody talks about shacking no more. Remember, shacking used to be like a cuss word. You was scared to tell everybody you was shacking. You know what I'm saying? What they doing there?
They shacking.
We shacked in the dorms. We shacked in the off-campus housing. We shacked in our first apartment. We shacked all the way up. We couldn't shack no more.
we sure did.
A shacking degree.
Y'all need to write a book about shacking.
Yeah, we could.
We could.
But thank you for your transparency, because often those, before God gets a hold on you and you allow him to, those are some of the backgrounds that we come from, you know. I mean, he had his own place, you know, the weekend I was
We interviewing them.
you know. You know,
I was saved all the way through.
No, you don't.
But then on the weekend,
Sanctified and filled with a mighty
No,
word.
he wasn't. Please. He was like, please, come on. I said, no, we can't do that. Please, come on. I'm so tired of repeating. My nerves were told, you know, I can't live like this. I can't live like this, Jesus.
For real, you just gonna...
I mean, hey, we going on 20 strong. It ain't no secret. I talk about all
I
the
was saved all the way through.
But
my shot.
But
So was I,
seriously,
so was I.
but the guilt and the condemnation of doing that when you love God, it becomes unbearable.
Yeah.
And so you have to make some conscious decisions that you're not going to do it, and you're going to trust God to bring you who He wants for you before you destroy yourself.
Yeah.
You know, it can be. It can be rough, you know. It's almost like a twofold rough. It's rough if you do, and it's rough if you don't. You know, but it's best to trust God, because the consequences of what can happen when you do these elements outside of marriage can be detrimental. You know.
Yeah.
well, you know,
I mean, one time I literally had to hide. I mean, sisters and everybody walked over to the house. I said, God, if you get me out of this. I mean, I had to stay in that room for about an hour, and I said, why did them kids come over here? Okay, go ahead. I keep it 100.
Everything.
Keep it 100.
Sometimes, you know, there's a place... Man, they just let my stuff all out. Jesus, Lord. I hope my mama ain't watching.
I'm sure all the mamas knew. They probably was praying. She probably sent the kids over there.
I don't know what you're talking about.
well, we don't know about y'all, but we was carnal, y'all.
Yeah.
We were the definition of a carnal Christian.
Wow.
So
With a carnal relationship.
with a very carnal relationship, and I had this foundation of being in some kind of spiritual something or another, and so I really had this belief and this faith in God, but it was so pseudo. It was, like I said, it was just, I knew there was someone, and I knew there was a God, but I wasn't really living that lifestyle because I was doing some other stuff.
Understood.
And so when we began to really get serious, was really based on the things that we had so much in common. Our parents had similar issues and challenges, and she told me when I first started talking to her, one of the first conversations we had after we talked about the fact that we was from the Bronx and we never met each other, which was really weird. We had never met each other. But then she said, look, I'm going to tell you straight up. I made a promise to my siblings And I told them that when I got on my feet and I got myself together and right, that I was going to get them. And so if you're not interested in that, then I don't have any time. Wow. And I was like, whatever, I'm down.
So my siblings were in foster care.
Okay, wow.
Okay.
Talk about, that's
wow. Now, question: were you married then, or
no?
now?
No, this is dating.
So
this is like
dating.
This is like first month of.
Yeah, second month in, we were having real conversations, y'all. We were having real conversations.
And so you were the oldest.
I'm the oldest.
Okay. Okay. And so y'all are living together.
No, we're in the dorms.
Oh, you're still in
We're
the dorms?
still dating in the dorms.
Yeah,
but I would not
you
have
put kids in dorms?
No,
she was
but
laying
I
out
had
the
a
plan.
plan. I had a plan. The children were removed from care from our family. I was about 13 years old.
Okay.
And we had different dads, so I had left. My mom's addiction had gotten so bad, I had finally agreed to leave and go live with my dad, only to go back into somebody's addiction, but that's a different story. And so when they got removed, I had guilt because I was the oldest. I felt like I was the protector. I took care of them. They were my children.
Yeah.
And so when they were removed, I had guilt, and it was a commitment that I made. It was a vow that I made that once I became 18, I was going to do what I needed to do to get them. So it's important that anybody who was actually serious about me knew that they had to be serious about us because I was a package deal. And so
that's the word
they didn't see it because I'm in school. I was in school, but literally on breaks during school, like the kids would come and to stay with us in, campus housing and different things like that. And so it was important that anybody who wanted to deal with me needed to understand that this is a package deal, and you're signing up for a lifetime to get these children into a stable environment.
Man, that's deep.
But it says a lot too about your
y'all should clap on that.
Well, but it also shows her maturity at that age. You had to grow up fast, and you had a sense of commitment and responsibility.
But that also shows that he must have really loved her, or you was powerful in some areas.
I was powerful, Bishop.
She was powerful.
I was powerful.
It was something about
I am powerful.
Yes. It was something.
My God.
You had
something about them scores.
Yeah.
Something about them scores. Yeah.
It must have been that wiggle. But see, that is, you're saying I agree to bring these children to take the responsibility and all of us being in this thing, and these ain't mine.
Yes,
and it was 3 of them.
3 of them.
Yes, sir. And so I didn't know it at the time, but my great-grandmother had really planted those seeds in my spirit. So in the South Bronx, she had everybody in her home. And she was taking care of everybody.
Gotcha.
Me, my parents, my cousins, their parents. And she had a 3-story home. She had 2 tenants. And then she had all of us, about 11 of us, plus the tenants and everything in the household. And everybody was living off of her.
Y'all Jamaican?
No, we Jamaican. Yeah, we Jamaican. Thank you. So she laid the foundation for me back then, and actually I do talk about this a little bit in the book. She was the exhorter of the household, and she really deposited some really positive things in my life. And so when Shanae stepped to me and said, hey, this is a package deal, it made sense to me. It was like, I saw, and this is God, I saw that all my life, so naturally for me, if she's a package deal, it's no sweat. And so when we decided we were going to get serious about this thing, we did it together. We were still living in the dorms. We still weren't saved. But we got together and said, we're going to get everything lined up so that we can get these kids.
Oh, man. Yeah. That's powerful. And that also goes with having the right mate, to connecting with the right person. To endure situations that would necessarily we wouldn't really deal with. You understand what I'm saying?
You gotta be loved. Somewhere God's hand is in.
Yeah, definitely. For God to connect these two together, whose past He was already pruning you to deal with this.
Yes.
And the situation.
Yes. Our lives were so parallel coming up. We were dealing with the same things with our parents. We were dealing with the same things in us. Yeah. And so it was so parallel that it was the ability for us to have these deep conversations so soon in the relationship. And we really just related to each other. Right? Would you agree?
I would agree.
Yeah.
HP Music and Arts is excited about the release of our first movie, Caught Up, Memoirs of a Preacher's Wife. We would like to invite you to join our fan club on today. Your membership entitles you to become qualified for prizes and free movie merchandise. Everyone who joins our fan club will receive a Caught Up Memoirs of a Preacher's Wife button as a tool to assist us in promoting the film. Do you have team building skills and like to win free items? Become a team captain, build your fan club team, and partake in monthly incentives and prizes. Once your team reaches 10 members, every team captain will receive a free Memoirs of a Preacher's Wife t-shirt. In addition to this free t-shirt, everyone on the team is entitled to receive a shirt at a discounted rate of $10. There will be monthly team games to win prizes and to help promote the movie. We will be hosting a meeting with all of our team captains to show them how to register and how to register their teams on our website. We thank you for taking time out to learn more about the Caught Up Memoirs of a Preacher's Wife fan club. Again, we thank you and we look forward to working with you in helping us spread the word about this wonderful film, Caught Up Memoirs of a Preacher's Wife.
In the beginning, Monica and Raymond had it all. They were living happily. Times were good, so it seemed. But little did they know, in a web of lies, someone would get caught up.
I have a warrant for your arrest.
I don't want to talk to no attorney. You need to explain to me what's going on, Monica.
You need to save the house, okay?
Get out!
Stop thinking that you know everything and that you're perfect. Maybe I wouldn't want a divorce.
A divorce?
HP Music and Art presents Caught Up, Memoirs of a Preacher's Wife.
That's my wife!
A Chance Music and Media Group production.